It would be a strength-based core versus a lifestealer, which is not ideal, but it's doable.
Yeah. Strength-based illusion core, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of mixes things up a little bit. Navi, they're still looking for this Wisp combo. Tiny has been banned out again, so that CK actually still in the pool for them to, again, I wouldn't hate it as a mid option here, especially with the IO together. You'd be very heavy on the mid though, and it's something. Well, there's magic damage, the Storm Spirit comes through, and not the classic combo with the IO, but your mana pool sustained, you have that extra lifestealer carrier, so actually have almost four lifestealer carriers here in this game. IO +1 can take you anywhere. Nyx Assassin is in this, but his master will probably buy a blink eventually, and Storm Spirit has a lot of mobility on his own, so
it is kind of a bold move. Bold move though to pick Storm into Doom. I guess they're just anticipating that they're going to be able to protect Dendy or get him up to Lincoln's faster. But with Kaya being an option, you don't necessarily build up to Lincoln's right away as a Storm Spirit. You're looking, okay, you farm up your Arcanes or Treads, maybe have a null or two in a bottle, but then you're usually going straight for that Kaya, which is going to be like 2,000 gold. And then on top of that, do you then want to go for Bloodstone and then look to build up an Orchid or Lincoln's? Like, that seems very defensive without much kill potential, and you do need to be locking down these heroes a little bit. Wyvern maybe not so much, isn't super mobile, but you definitely want to have at least one form of silence for the brew.
It's another for the Queen of Pain.
Yeah. Huh. Navi will have to take these fights. Oh boy.
Let's just play Dota 2 now.
So,
you may now select your hero.
It's less of a mid hero in my opinion. Sometimes teams still run it there. But it's actually obnoxious if you don't have a lockdown, because no matter what you do, otherwise you can always just juke and jive and keep running over trees.
Yeah, and it'll be NIX on the Queen of Pain here, so safe lane Qual, offlane Brew, for roaming Doom.
We talked Broodmother still, like,
yeah,
I'm not the biggest fan, because you don't have these trees really to just hide behind.
It's not terrible. You can just kind of run over the cliffs in the mid river, and it's not ideal, but it's not terrible at the same time. I think M19 recognized that there wasn't good clear for things like Spiderlings, and as we were talking about, like, that's why we thought CK could be a good option here. It looks like they're going to have to make do on Navi sides, and M19 have to fight to stay alive.
Yeah. This is a single element losers. Other match.
Oh my god, it's almost time!
This match. So
that's just kind of how it is sometimes.
Yeah. Question is, can they pull it off like they can?
Yeah.
They bring up a 5, they're drawing the line here. Let's try and be aggressive again. They do have the smoke up to make this a little bit easier. If someone's waiting here on this high ground, then the entire plan kind of falls to pieces, but for now, as we can see, it looks like they might actually find something here. You do have Crystallize alone up top. Be able to at least force him into first point up in rage.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, what stun do they have that they're going to use to initiate? Like, lead with the Wyvern slow? Is that what they're thinking?
Frontal Blade, dude. It's really strong.
For 0.6 seconds.
Yeah, I guess slow from the Wyvern, and then hope that's anyone else but the Lifestealer, but Crystallize should be fine unless it's just AFK. he isn't. He's walking towards the tower. He doesn't even have to put a point into anything just yet. So, at the very least, this will secure the
battle begins.
Here. It's the classic
Stupendous!
And how are the TPs going? I think this is Dendi off lane. Yeah, General's gonna.
Mid sway bottom.
Yeah.
Gonna do this. Loop on the mids. Alright. Alright. So it's definitely throwing Navi for a bit of a loop. How is this matchup supposed to go? General. Yeah. They're already responding to it. They don't want the storm up against the loop.
Yeah. I think General's just like, hey, I can be tanky, I can buy Stout Shield, I can actually contest the Brood for CS. And with the Wild Axes, you actually have some clear for the Spiderlings, which isn't dependent on running them into like a static remnant. So I think General's going to be okay. He's a good player. Played really well in the Qual last game. I think he'll just hold his own here. Snako facing some damage. If Hume wants to go for this Infernal Blade, he can potentially get this kill.
Well, good point in yet. Wait to see whether they can even maybe find a good creep. Those are both medium camps right now, so you have to walk all the way to the side to just find a Hellbear. It's not ideal for these early engagements. So, maybe you should have gone for the kill, but with the tether always available.
Yeah.
He's always made his way towards creep wave and his friend.
No, Roger bottom, resting Muriel on the Wyvern. But Dendi gets his matchup versus NIX.
A little bit more awkward in the side lane, just with where the creeps meet and everything.
Roger's like, Dendi, these are my creeps. I'm gonna farm them. Or he'll pull them back between the towers probably is Wyvern. Tries to snag the bounty from Dendi, but he gets it. Top lane.
So low here. The slow from Crystallize though. Get in range for a second right click. Yeah. A little bit late on rotation back. Crystallize alone. Not that he cares. Kind of sustain himself with the lifesteal. Keep going back to his middle lane, and I can't help but think that once Broodmother gets these extra points up in the Spiralings, he gets more per pass essentially. Once you have that army built up, in general, axe or no axe, they're not all that strong, especially with the new systems. I don't think you can actually one-shot things. Maybe the small fighters, but not the big fighters.
No. Yeah. I think General's just gonna do what he can here, but he knows that he'll just eventually have to kind of stack the lane and spam it out with axes. But with Snako here, he has the potential to at least stay healthy. How is Crystallize doing for his CS? It's up to 12. Brewmaster is actually at 18.
Yeah. He's losing the lane right now, and so what you would expect, like you're normally one of the better one-on-one carries, but you're up against the Brewmaster, so the drunken hate spam is going to be super annoying. You can't just go on and rage it off every single time. Look at him, he's actually dropping quite low in mid.
He has another axe set.
Oh, wow. Well, he gets it by the one, I believe. I can just, he has enough Spiderlings that we should be able to get Philosophy down or just sitting in the back. Teaming up a bit passively.
He has to be careful, Roar.
Health region.
Roar could be on the table though.
Yeah, it's coming online right now, General. Fine, threatening. Quite want to burn or dive past the tower for it. Say that when he's making his way through, just throwing him up to the back. So far so good. Snako coming in, healing him up a little bit. This is something that they did see on the rated side. They had the optimal roll.
Yeah, he really wants Pikachu here.
Yeah. You already made the rotation leagues on level 2, not on level 3. Confirm General's positioning. Please from all these trees. So no way for Pikachu to hide me, but he has healed up to a decent amount in the meantime. Yeah, you can't one-shot the spider lights. Alright, Roger, now make his way across as well. There's no stun to work with. You're real down at half health. Still waiting on his first blood here.
Yeah, Doom is level 3, so I was expecting Dendi to, like, the first blood to be in his lane, just due to the nature of the way he plays. As he may get run down here by the Doom. Shockwave.
Well, turns out you were right. The roll comes out in mid though, and they're looking to try and trade the follow-up stun from Roger.
He's fast though.
On Pikachu, but he's pretty fast and pretty healthy with the regen. Kind of crazy to have plus 30 without Tango. What direction though? The long range nukes here from both sides actually.
And they got the force slow.
And Muriel looking for more. He doesn't heal this time. No one else rotating in. The tower is just busy shooting creeps. Really helping out either. And whoops. He stole the kill.
Stole the kill. I think he secured the kill. Snako.
Same difference.
Yeah. I don't think getting kills on your Wisp is a bad idea. The hero just offers so much with additional stats as they may go on the Brew here.
For level 6 just yet himself. Trying to get a clap on at least. This is what you want to use Raze. The Rage for. Right, 16 down.
General's got 2 levels up on Brew. This was a fantastic adaptation from Navi. I wonder if they expected the Brew and like had this plan made like in the back of their head beforehand.
Well, these Martins certainly doing quite well. There's a lot of these extra losses. You would have played it here with all the fighters. So probably trust that, but if you look at these other side lanes, Nix is even it's kind of keeping up the lifesteal, I guess, with CS.
Yeah.
Also has a lot of deny, so he's making the most out of the tree farm down bottom.
It's a lot more quality of last hits so for him than for Dendi, right? Dendi's only getting about 16 gold from like these small centaur camps. For creep at least. So
but actually made that top lifesteal. He used the rage a little bit earlier for some harassment. Now Snake has to come in to link up with him, gets lifted up in the air. The Temper's still going now, the extra rage not enough though, and now Snake by himself will run down and on stun on top of right click Doom with a double kill. Shockwave once again, letting in the second one. So this Doom rotation, not even level 6 just yet. That together with the rule split, letting them some extra advantage up top, especially considering how strong the Night Shield is. Or was up until that point.
Why did you rotate bottom?
Tower is under attack.
NIX?
Radiant's middle
or why'd you
tower is
rotate
under
mid?
attack.
Interesting play. Crystallize actually could have potentially lived if he had infested there. He had it up, but he just opted to try to get a few more right clicks in. The lane.
Quite real with that axe. So is that a normal build for Beastmaster, or why does he go for the minus armor?
It's just added damage with the wild axes because they're physical. So you get the 2 hits off like this.
Sending things around on Snako again though. Right place, right time, just like last game. Able to heal up General. That's Sonic Wave from cooldown.
Top lane, Infest used to get away from Doom. Doom is off cooldown, so Crystallize has to be careful here. Middle lane.
Middle lane. Oh, they're running down Queen of Pain to get another link off if can, just in time, but well, Pikachu turn things around. They do bring down Crystallize. They look for General as well. They might need to throw the big old ultimate, and they will, just to make sure. Don't really have the extra skill. But then Shockwave again. Pikachu with the
Pikachu used his Thunderbolt. It's super effective.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone go!
Alright, Dendi, what are you doing? Farming?
Good question, right? I've not really seen the Johnson do a whole lot this time around so far. It's kind of the nature of the hero. It does give the bomb lane over so she can give his knowledge. He's level 6 now in the next weapon almost level 5 is this thing sniper M19. Just before mixing back into it. He wants to fail as well to so it's to be more aggressive on the item.
Yeah. Dendi. Is this the meteor hammer? I need to look at what you need to build this item. Meteor hammer.
I think so, yeah.
Dendi is building.
Oh, it's Kaya.
I thought so. Maybe he was just memeing his teammates because I clicked on it and it looked like he was. He wanted to build a meteor hammer.
What do you need for that again? You need the
ogre
stuff of wizardry, ring of
We're detecting high-level dire structures are fortified.
I don't know. It's a Kaya, which makes a lot more sense.
I agree.
Also, extra clarity, CIS, defaults, keep nesting goes on. Don't go like stone spirits. He's getting there. He's not really being pressured. Top lane rage forced out. No Doom doesn't use it whenever he wants to with the soldier.
Infest bomb though?
Looks like it here. Roger, making use of that vendetta for the first time.
Sentries are not down middle? Yeah. There are sentries for the dire, but not for Radiant.
Bad dude's top tower gonna fall.
One on the Wyvern here though.
But on the high ground, started out, it's still bursting down Muriel. That'll be enough to roar. Same counter Broodmother, so they get a 2-point special. Maybe, man, it's just in time, but the turnaround's there. Nix wants a Broodmaster. They trade for Beast. Now, the Doom on to Crystallize. No more shenanigans from him. Metal stun there from Roger, but not enough to help his buddy out. So 2-for-2 trade, and overall, a little bit in favor of M19.
Middle tower, everyone,
relocating cooldown too. Beautiful, you lose Pikachu again. It's not ideal. You get 2 of the change plus the tower.
Yeah. Nice little play though from Roger to deny the last hit to a hero. They have Sonic Wave and Arcane Rune on Qual. Can they get Snako first though?
Now blink forward. Let's throw off the ultimate, that would be enough. Shockwave, you need it. Not even fighting shape right now, even with the Kaya.
Yo, green dudes.
He has no HP. Less than 1,000 hit points on him. In the game. He needs his blood.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So it's Navi going to hit this timing.
Dire structures are fortified.
Or is M19
I think Navi is in an okay position because Beastmaster has it's got enough levels that he'll start getting up these points in Inner Beast and he'll be able to threaten and split the map enough. You do have to also account for the fact that Snako hasn't really been super active on the Swiss in setting up these kills. It's more so been that Nyx bomb that we saw in middle. Doom still on cooldown for 140. This Devour though kind of counters the Beastmaster's additional summon unit as Nyx goes for the stun.
Something bad is happening.
Very tanky Doom does get the Scorch off before the roar, and that means they have to abandon this. Huh? Oh, maybe not. Roger. He's been dead up. That's not like inside of him. Just gotta wait for someone to come back to relocate.
Okay.
The double stun available here. The burst down and Doom after all. Then it's naked together. Popping to this after the chaos. All of a sudden, 5 kills from Navi down the bottom lane.
Dire's middle tower is
not
under
ready
attack.
for that at all. Let's go for him. Get from the Desolator and a giant mount.
Just fell off.
Yeah?
If Navi knew this was happening, they would push high ground. But I don't think they have any idea.
Not really all that obvious here. Top lane always pushed out. They're gonna get this road for free. Let's not get there in time, but doesn't appear so.
Send the Hawk and they see it.
A little bit too late. Not on the high ground. Then he's ripping around to the back here. But almost being doomed up. Doomed up. Doomed the long cast point though. Unable to get it off, and at least they get something out of that disaster bottom lane.
Yeah. Losing 2-3 heroes, losing their tier 2 tower, not ideal. But they're not too concerned about Navi farming up their jungle anyways, because they're looking to play more aggressive. Brewmaster has his Blink Dagger, so they're okay in fighting position. Doom is up. I assume Qual will also have her ultimate up, so they're not afraid to fight here. Aggressive Blink forward.
Roger comes through. Takes this another Blink. Very hard target to bring down, even with the stun in the Manbar level 2. She could be enough damage. Oh, the stun there as he's trying to farm with the creep wave. Then it shields it.
What a heads-up play by Roger.
Yeah.
I wish I was that good that I could make those plays in my pubs. Just knowing ahead. Okay, gonna scream now, Carapace now. Sets up that kill. Beastmaster in the top lane. Also looking to pressure this tower. He does have the Dark Pulse on there for the net.
Okay, does have the boost available to get it off though, Dendy. The only one point I'm going to be on taking wall takes, but there's the counter play that at least lose. Muriel though, look at this damage here. Necrobug doing so much work here with all the extra creeps.
Who's seeping? Well.
Looks like it. Yeah, makes it coming through. Or at least clear through these Necrobugs, so it's extra 150 gold for each
Are they going to go for another infest? No. 30 seconds till it's up. Crystallize will probably just take the DD and farm then.
Yep.
Roger whoops. He thinks it's off cooldown, so he goes in biz. Crystallize like, dude, can't infest. Gonna go farm.
Just looking for some information on his own then. Some Blink Dagger to work with Q, so he can maybe poke and blink out. But it's M19, they smoked out Muriel. And also available there in 15. Blizzard didn't even get his off in the last fight, so that's still a threat that Navi has to contend with. It's only 17 minutes into the game that Brewmaster ultimate is still very effective at this point in the right circumstances. He also has to blink to make that work for himself, so
Doom is in trouble, I would assume here. Nyx on the high ground. Can't go invis, so he's just chilling up here till his Vendetta's back off cooldown, but I think they scouted the ward placement.
Everyone go! Here I am! Green Dude's captain is about to get knocked over.
Quite a few of these battling
Doom, top lane, is going to die to the Beastmaster Roar. He just evaporates, and no mana to cast Doom or try to make a counterplay there. Just with mana.
Dire structures are fortified.
Probably all crazy amounts of damage. Alright, that is good. They're gonna burst down Snaker first. No way out for him.
Something seems familiar about last game. Hey, where are the other lanes at?
Channel. It's gonna be the top 52 and this is become played. Mirror was there, but no way to really catch up. He's suffering himself from the creeps. They actually gets the net from the pain. Sending them over, but they want the real beast master in general.
Nyx is here.
Should end up falling here. Maybe have to celebrate if needed, but they're just holding on to it. Couple of right clicks, using slowed down, but on summons, they finally let it go. Don't want to play around much more because, hey, look, lo and behold, bottom lane. This last continuing to pressure this. Also forcing out the response completely.
He's got his Sesso up now, which is good. He's going to infest Roger here once the Vendetta is off cooldown, and he gets his Sesso. Fairly standard build coming from Crystallize here. Armlet, Deso, going for Lincolns to deal with the Doom.
There it is. Top lane here, the Sol Nyx farming just a little bit, and they're hoping that he's being a bit greedy for their hard camp, or even if they're a little bit more defensive here against the jungle. You start with the stun, you can take that to 0. It's a much easier target as well.
Killing spree!
Go for the quick pick and then leave.
Dendy's got Bloodstone now.
That's the other thing. All of this pressure from Navi also serving to buy space for them. He was the highest farmer on his team, just slightly behind the Broodmother even. Bloodstone with 14 charges, starting it off. Kaya in the inventory as well. Go for the treads. And next item on the list is that orchid that you were mentioning in the draft.
Radiant's middle tower.
They need to be able to pick off the squat and the blue. Prevent the ultimate. Mid lane, what's going on here? They're trying to take this tower. General's been trying to take this tower for the last 20 minutes.
No deny. It's timing it a little bit. It's a bit annoying.
Oh my god, where'd those fighters go?
Yeah, it's completely cycling down.
I want to see how many last hits that Beastmaster has. Last
193, less than Dandy. Funnily enough, but he also got a fair amount of his spiders on his arm.
Invisibility.
Wish we had layers. You can see how many spiders exactly have been fed.
That'd be so nice.
Almighty one.
Alright. Dendi. He's got his up. He unlocks
Pikachu here, roll it in. Set up a Roger and the roll coming through. Dendi just with a drive-by kill.
Kill secured, Bloodstone secured.
Yeah. Typical carry teamfight contributions, you know?
Nice flashy play from him. Yum really needs to think about how he wants to pair with his teams to make plays on the map, because he's been running around with Doom off for quite some time. Mid lane.
Let's get it off here, mana burn, but it does have enough. Enough magic monster charges here. That's what we'll discuss as well. Roger will fall. Kind of bottom, not too much damage being done.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Can we pause, please? I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Good kill, good defense. This is going to be enough though. We continue to get stronger and stronger every minute.
You think Beastmaster's going to go for this 100 wild axis damage? I'm wondering if it's for each axe or like 50 each. It's crystallized. It's goodbye, Qual.
How'd that happen?
I believe Dendi got a pull off on the Qual after she blinked in, and she couldn't get the secondary blink off, and Lifestealer just with Armlet, Desolator.
Okay.
Kind of shreds the Qual.
Kills indeed. The Hawk now with the extra health. Much more hard to deal with. Okay. Spent way too much time left, but it was a bait. The Doom onto the real stone, so that's gonna be a big kill. Muriel's still alive, even the roar onto Doom. Not enough damage here from Muriel on the side. General thinking about committing for it, but gonna be alright.
Surprised.
M19 turns Dr. Bullet there.
I'm surprised Crystallized didn't go in. It's a big deal to get stormed down at 10 Bloodstone charges.
Yes.
There is an Orchid up on this Broodmother, so Dendi should be...
The Pikachu, Roger misses the stun, Pikachu turns to fight. Now Nick's coming in with help against Skillstorm a second time. It's so big. They don't get the actual kill, but at least it falls off the deny, so... That Bloodstone, 15 down to 6 charges. Pretty much immediate.
3-2-2.
Something like that.
Oh, Brood
Fight
goes...
continues though. And that was Ion trying to make the big play. A little bit more, so it comes back to 3D kill. Meanwhile, General probably this is a bigger one. They catch him with the Witness Curse, but it buys a long time. Obviously, Nick's to come in. They should eventually burn it down. Uriel trying that kill with the blast. Now they're trying to get rid of some of these creeps. Necro Arch level 3, it's 200 gold, so you have to be very careful about not feeding all of that stuff away time and time again.
It's a big gold injection for the side of M19. I feel like Crystallized hasn't been super engaged with this team and wanting to fight. He's just been farming up. He did get the kill on the Qual recently, but in terms of like backing up his team, he hasn't been super involved in these fights, and I feel like it's hurting Navi quite.
Yeah, because you can look at Rico comfortable committing into a fight where at this point it's still more worth it to violate. Maybe it's also a thing where it's like, hey, I'll build the Lincolns. I'm gonna put it on you so you can feel a little more comfortable going in.
I think they know this roach is going on, so precise. Okay, I'll just see if I can get some damage on it.
Yeah, that's a long tip through. There are some beats at the very least.
Something bad is
Right
happening.
up top here.
Coming in.
Once find the Doom, will have to burn some more of his mana or just
Just slices here.
That'll work. Relocate forward. Nick's trying to TP out. Will not be successful here. Just enough damage with the extra burst on the spirits.
That's like the difference between like a godly Wisp player and a good Wisp player. Knowing how to get that damage off in these fights.
Yeah. It's actually a significant amount. Maximum spirits. It's 100 damage per ball. If you have 5 of those, it's 500 magical damage. Not insignificant. Now that's it with crystallized inside. And I swear there was a wyvern there. Not anymore though.
Wow, this is a late Midas. We might be in for a long one here, Roger.
Green Dude's top thing is about to get knocked over.
He just won himself. Also it's pretty late. Just trying to match it up, I guess.
Yeah.
It's also sitting 2k golds. What is the next round of items here on M19? Because they've destroyed them a little bit. Boot Mother. Pikachu is just farming. But if Pikachu, he's sitting at 4.2k gold. What can he buy here to really help out his team in these kind of fights and pickoffs?
He could go AC. The other option would be Butterfly as well, but I would assume it's going to be the Assault Cuirass. But I think the big question is whether or not this Qual will be able to be a threat on the map. Yes, she is Veil, but she needs to get like an Orchid up soon.
For the Lincolns first. Orchid still ways away. It's not so much. See, I think he has completed that, doesn't he? Yeah?
Yeah.
The Orchid available for Denby. Well, up top, alright. Just eliminating a threat on the map. This gives you a lot more space to work with.
Yeah, there's a gem up on the Brewmaster, so that kind of enables them to hunt for Roger and also reclaim a lot of the vision. I think this earlier gem was an issue last game where they didn't have the vision and the capacity to take out the vision from the side of Navi. And now look at them. They're going to be threatening high ground here with this Aegis.
Bit of a spiderling army. Managed at this point here with the AoE that Navi has. So, Pikachu himself was supposed to be reckoned with at this point. He's the one who's carrying the Orchid already. The AC queued up, but doesn't have enough money to finish it off too. Just needs to wait for the courier to just make his track out.
Dendy and Crystallize have got to get out of here.
Maybe not. Once we get a pick off.
Interesting play from Mew. Top lane.
Oh, in the mid lane here, the Orchid on Beastmaster. Quite a bit of damage to Pikachu. Worth. Gets the extra 400 gold from the also
Nako's done too.
and the double kill. Okay, he just got like 1200 gold off of that engagement. The fight cap shows 900 because it doesn't actually count the Echo Box. So 1300 golds off of that. And another bit of pressure for the tower. This time to use down. No relocate, no risk. Okay, he's spying back.
Look at where Roger is.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone go!
Very Ripple Creeps trying to make that play again, but Brewmaster split. Control up some people, but the rest is already down. Pikachu and Nick just focusing it down.
Doom on Roger mid, he'll go down.
Great amount of right-click damage. He will fall indeed. Still looking at this dice set base to see if Navi can do anything about it, but they can't. Denny unconfident, not really able to go in on this very scary Broodmother at this point.
Yeah. With that AC, she has a lot more armor, boosting up her team. She is also attacking a lot faster, which really threatens those buildings. If you look at her talent tree, she's got health, cooldown reduction, and attack speed. That attack speed really makes her a big threat towards these towers.
Straight up right-click Brood. We got the plus 75 with Satiable Hunger and Life Steals. That puts it up to what? Yeah, what? 200 extra damage?
Yeah, it's
Navi,
like 210, 217, or 250.
Pressure here. Aegis is down, they timed it out, so now General actually is blinking into him, but General wants
good silence.
Pikachu, but does the ultimate off? The silence to prevent the roll. Pikachu will still fall. Falls right click here. Next on the list, silence up as well, but there it is. The Winter's Curse. Latest a little bit more. General will fall. That also gain enough time for Nyx to actually get out, but Roger actually running right into him. Nandy will come in for the follow-up. Also claim an extra blood term charge. Wheel crystallizes to the up top. Spread M19 way too thin. They get kills left, right, and center, including 2 on a big core.
Green Boots Tower got on, son.
2k gold, 2.6k swing in total with the loss on M19.
I thought
get more than a tier 2 something like that.
They need that Brewmaster to keep threatening that fight. More Drunken Haze, more Brood Splits, and now Navi, they're going to look for the return rack play. And if Brood Mother doesn't buy back, I think we'll get it.
That's a Beastmaster, it's a big part of that push. Just slides with the later. The Brood comes in. We can go for the cop just straight up for the Brood Split. Lift up here on Roger.
Buying time.
Buying time, yeah, exactly. Navi, being too fast, but they're still sticking around in the general area. But Nyx as well.
Doom is up.
Pikachu will be coming back. Ultimate is still available too, as it's mentioned. Navi, can they really feel comfortable going for this now? With M19 second full strength?
I guess the answer is no. Stendi TP's away. I feel like they really want to equalize the racks, but they recognize that there's just too many big cooldowns that are available for the side of M19, so they need to continue with this pick-off style with Roger. And if they catch the Brood Mother mid, that'd be a great start.
The relocate available here. They don't want to link up with only the IO. Crystal is close enough, but again, there's the roll. Finally coming out, but it's already up on the high ground. No way away from Navi to come in. They're still trying to look him down, but unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Navi expended quite a few of their ultimates, and well, Winter's Curse. Not sure about this one. Bit of a miscommunication perhaps. Hoping that there was a few more heroes next to him. Killer.
Look at that gold for Doom.
That's a long distance. He's looking to finish it off, but now the heals from Uriel. Again, they say no. General Roger, ready for the follow-up, but they actually missed the stun. Doom is still alive. Squad just going down to head, actually blinked out of.
Oh, good Spike
That
Carabas.
ultimate being dodged from Spike Carabas. Roger, I think he's still not long for the world. So, cute play, but at the end of the day, doesn't really change the outcome.
Crystallize, so you're going to grab that double damage, or you're just going to leave it?
Double damage is just a crutch for bad players. Doesn't want it.
Makes sense.
Then he needs it though. Shots fired.
Oh god.
Just kidding.
Just kidding, chat.
Yeah. We don't Alright.
Dendy's got his Lincolns up. He's definitely going to be a big threat. What do you think about this auto remnant in 500 distance? Like, is it just...
It's so ridiculously good.
Like, in addition to like the vision, the damage can just be like so...
It's
so strong
as well. So you can basically what you want to do in most fights anyway, especially if you're scared of being knocked down, you just want to not spend a lot of time just standing there right-clicking anyway. You want to be zipping around, just get remnants off, get maybe one overload right-click here or there. But the more you zip around and fight, the more AoE damage that you do. So it kind of makes it so that M19 can't really fight in that area unless they have BKTs going.
Yeah.
Big Mother has, and no one else. Brewmaster now. Nyx, yeah, you can go for it. So that's the one aspect, and the other one is that makes it extremely easy to keep lanes pushed out.
Have you seen the bug? I'm not sure if it's still in play, but we may have a fight mid, so I'll just shut up.
Quite a big stun on one finds half the cool down finally it sounds up with the blink out. That is the ultimate. We'll keep him in with a sizable amount of damage. Now the hacks to follow onto the eye of the one. both of these, and they should be able to. Navi, not in the position to help out their buddies. Seneko with the tether. The blink out from General, that was skewing out over his teammate there. And 2 heroes on the sidelines, none of them have buyback. M19 realizes they have a creep coming in mid. Backdoor region is disabled for the time being. They can do some damage up top. Bruce comes through with a Bruce split. Trying to work away at this building. Pictures there, but they're all on the backlines here. They're looking for the Doom, but he's being healed up. Delayed quite a bit here by the Winds of Wyvern. Now silence up on Muriel. He will fall instead. The Doom does come out though, onto Lifestealer. His Great Holder off, the right clicks, the nets, everything being dropped on him. The Crystallize will fall. He does have buyback, then he's still in the middle of that. They will finally control that secondary target. The big damage shields are still there for M19. They back up status. Might be back up at the point. I think it is. Yeah. In mid lane. Taken care of by General. So once again, Navi back to the old devices that won them game number 1. And
there it is. The remnants. I think the bug that used to have an exploit, I'm not sure if it's still there, but if you were to skill up the talent tree while you were zipping, the entirety of the distance of that zip would occur from when you skill it on, so it would be a lot more concentrated. As they go on mid, Nyx, will they get her? No. Roshan is up though. The pressure shard is here.
Inside of M19, okay, they're just gonna go straight up in here onto Stones of Seneko, trying to go for some sort of relocate play, but it's not fast enough. Just too much burst here with the instant hacks and damage. And they're also gonna get Seneko on the way back to realize that the relocate was coming out here on the high ground. They should be able to see that. Now they're actually in a lot of trouble right now.
They're in a very bad position. I feel like there's enough big cooldowns up. Like Doom is on cooldown still, but they have the Scream, they have Bruce Splits, they have Insatiable Hunger.
Buyback to Crystallize. Alright, they can't get Roshan right now. In fact, they need to take a fight. They might! General! Linking aggressively, and he's the one who's about to be bursted down. Nice Winter's Curse to also find Seneko. And yeah, all set up to make sure the General can make a turnaround play. 2 heroes down. Yeah, buyback immediately. Roger will fall. Crystallize is still on the way. Then he's out of mana! He's being silenced up and right click down. Gets a deny off, but it doesn't really matter. That's a dieback on him. They're looking for more Crystallize that can bring down this Lifestealer. And it's all over, but the crying, the rage will delay things a little bit further, but now the net comes out, damage all the time. 4 heroes down in Navi, and GG is called. That was the Hail Mary play, but General blinking in like that. M19 just quick on the fingers, ready to turn around and ready to leverage an insane amount of burst.
Well played by them. They just saw their kill opportunity and went. They were a lot better with how they managed their creep waves, pushed it out, and they addressed the issue. On this game, they deserve it. Well